Hello everybody and welcome back to Sadie Stuff. Today I want to tell you a little bit about the book that I've been writing. I know I mentioned in my very first ever video that I'd be talking a little bit about it, and I thought now was a good time to start. So I'm sure this will be the first of many of this kind of video. So I hope this kind of captures your attention and keeps you interested. But yeah, let's get into it. So the book I've been writing is currently titled The Betrayal. It's a work in progress still. I'm not sure if that's what I'm going to keep it as, but that's what it is for now. It is in the genre of murder mystery or thriller. It's written in two different point of views. So the first is the main character, who is a 19-year-old college girl. Her name is Bree. And the second point of view is written in first person, and that is from the perspective of the villain of the story, which, if you hadn't guessed, would be the serial killer murderer that's terrorizing kind of the main character in the whole town where they live. So yeah, it's written in first and third person because I wanted to kind of dabble in both and kind of work on my writing skills and practice with both and just see if I could mix them together and have it make sense. I just thought it'd be fun to kind of work in both worlds. And yeah, so the main character, Bree, she's 19. She is living the college life. She goes to Fairpoint University in Dawson, Massachusetts. The school and the town are made up. But she's living there in an apartment on campus doing classes. She's not the greatest student, but she's trying. Her best friend, Cassie, lives across the hall from her. They grew up together. Their moms were both best friends, so then when the two of them were born, they were kind of automatic built-in best friends, which was nice for them because they had someone to lean back on their whole lives. Yeah, so they both go to college. Cassie is definitely the better student of the two, and she tries to kind of keep Bree in line and get her to focus on schoolwork and all that stuff. So when Cassie kind of suddenly vanishes from the story, Bree starts having a really hard time because she wants to know what happened to her best friend. Where'd she go? What happened? And then school kind of falls behind. So yeah, Bree is just trying to figure out what's going on. The police, of course, in these situations aren't being helpful or as helpful as they could be. So Bree kind of starts taking things into her own hands and just trying to put the puzzle together and figure out what happened, what needs to happen next. Just trying to kind of figure out how to put her life back together. Hers is third person to kind of give a little more information for like background and other characters, just to kind of scoop them in a little more and give more detail for the surroundings rather than just only through her eyes. I kind of wanted to spread what's being watched and who can be included in that. And then if we flip over to the villain's point of view, we have a bit of their background, kind of showing how they became who they are, like what led them to make certain choices, what sort of life events they had to go through. So yeah, their point of view gives a little bit of background, and then it's also the more violent of the two because since it is the villain, you get first-hand accounts of the terrible things they were doing. If you're kind of intrigued by that stuff like I am, I have a lot of fun writing it. I kind of scare myself a little bit sometimes, but it's fun to kind of get into an entirely different mind frame from what I live in and kind of work out how they might come to decide what is a good idea versus what's not, and how they go about doing certain things. So it's very fun to work with that. But anyways, the villain is, of course, trying to, I wouldn't say battle the main character, but they live in the same circle and they clash more than they might think. Like, they interact a lot more than they might think with one another. Well, of course, the villain knows this. Bree isn't so aware of what's going on. And so I do my very best while I'm writing this to keep the villain's identity hidden until pretty much the last chapter or two, to just kind of keep readers on their toes, keep the suspense alive. I think I do an okay job of it. There's definitely editing that needs to happen still, and I need to continue working on it. But for now, I think that's a pretty good start. I don't want to give away too many details right off the bat, or like in general, because I do want people to read it someday if I can ever get it published. So I'd hate to spoil the whole thing on YouTube and have nobody want to read it. Not that a ton of people are going to see this video, but I'm sure you get my point. I will probably make a couple other videos like this, just kind of fleshing out maybe some scenes. Like, I'll pick a certain scene and kind of walk through it, I guess. That could be fun. If you guys have any other suggestions as to how I should go about doing this, that would be greatly appreciated, because I'm not entirely sure what I'm doing, but I do want to try to like promote my book and put it out there just to kind of test the waters for it. So if you have any tips, please do share them. And yeah, thank you so much for watching to the end of this video. If you're still here, I really appreciate it. Feel free to look at some of my other stuff. I've put up a bunch of Minecraft videos recently. That's kind of the easier thing for me to do rather than put myself on camera and try to talk about stuff. So if you're interested in that, you can go check those out. But yeah, I think that's it for this one. Thank you for watching. I hope you all have a wonderful day, and we'll see you back in the next video. Bye everyone.